it rained today, so the soil is kind of soaked. It's the first one. So I'm here at this place called Magic Cauldron. It's one of the crystal shops here in Houston. So I remember the first time I came here, when I first started the journey, the energy felt kind of heavy, right? Because this place is like for witchcraft and witchery. And so I didn't feel right going here when I first started my journey. So I only came here for like 1 or 2 crystals out of 3 years, starting with Moldavite. So now on the other side of the vortex, right? Today I got called to go here. There's something here for me to grab. So here's a shift in consciousness that you might want to be aware of. Old Tammy would be saying, "Hey, I could find crystals cheaper online." So I typically wouldn't go to the store at all, or I try to avoid going to the store. But newer evolved Tammy would tune in to the guidance, right? Today is like, go here. There's something here for me to find. Energetically, it's pulling me here. So I'm here. Same thing with those who are getting Moldavite, right? Energetically, your stone will pull you on which level of consciousness evolution you're at. So if you're getting called to one of my Moldavites, depending on where I was in my evolution when I got that stone, is where you're gonna elevate to, where you're gonna get to, right? So right now, with whatever crystals I'm getting, depending on the level of evolution I am, if you're getting that stone for me, whatever it is, it could be Moldavite, it could be something else. I have a new set of stones. I'm gonna share with you guys later. It's called a Sintamani or Saffronite. That one is coming back into my field. Okay, so I'm gonna go in there, check out what is asking me to buy, and then I'll check back. Tonight we're inviting Lady Fortuna home, and we're gonna put the Flower of Life grid outside with the full moon to get the energy, and then we're gonna put the saffronite stones on the grid. Are you ready for her? There she is, Angel of Fortune, and then we're gonna put her on the grid with the sapphodites. The energy is amazing. Here she is. So the energy with her, I could feel a flow of light coming through. It's so interesting. Welcome, Lady Fortuna. So we're gonna put her out on the full moon tonight. Got her flowers too, orchids. And then we're gonna put the sapphodites on the grid and let it charged in the full moon. The sapphodite is a whole different level. It's very grounding for the root chakra, and it's also with the crown chakra. So we're grounding the crown down into the root. So we put that on a massive grid and leave it out for the moonlight. Hi, welcome back. Today is 2/26/2021. An update from the last video. I'm just gonna make this one short because tonight is one of the biggest full moon, like the first full moon of the Lunar New Year. So I have a few offerings, and also today I brought home Lady Fortuna. This is one of the angels that wants to come home. This is a goddess of fortune. So typically when I get pulled to go out the house, I typically go by fruits for offerings. But today it pulled me to go get her. So we're going to do a little ceremony with her today. So an update from what happened since the last video, right? I was talking about all these psychic attacks. Frequency being pulsed out, right? To a point where, you know, you're just doing your own thing, clearing energies, and then you get these vicious attacks. So I'm going to make a video on how to shield yourself from the vicious attacks. So you got Moldavite earrings is one. You got shungite. Pyramid is another one. Right after I did the video, the next day, one of my followers, subscribers, randomly comment on an old video. And his screen name was Orgon. So I looked over my bedside. I had an Orgon pyramid. And it says, go take this pyramid and put it on the grid. Kid you not, once I put it on the grid, all the noise, right? All those negative thoughts, like vicious thoughts. It's not like picking up other people's thoughts, right? There's a difference between that. These are vicious attacks where it's like, oh, your powers are off. You won't have an alarm, right? One point, I just felt like a really heavy energy, like at my heart, like something was pointing straight at my heart. And here's the thing. One, first, you got to learn how to uncollapse what's your thoughts and what's not your thoughts, right? It takes training. You got to really trust yourself. And obviously, when that thoughts came through, I was like, no, this is not mine, right? And I did some cloaking techniques. I did clearing techniques. And the moment that these threats are coming in, right, the powers are off, I sat there and the threats were coming. So I was like, all right, you know, if I die, I die, right? If this is my path, if this is how I'm going to go out, that's fine. It's fine. I'm on my path. I did what I was meant to do. Kid you not, right when I said that, the energy dissipates. So here's the thing. As long as they have a grip on you, they're gonna trigger you. If you buy into the fear, then you're giving up your energy. They want the I guess you could say the dark forces. They want you to vibrate at a low frequency, right? The moment you buy into the fear, and again, when you're working with powerful stones, you're really gonna have to face all your fears. I faced rock bottom, traveling alone by myself around the US, in Asia, death. Death took a while, but I think now I have transcended death. Just not being afraid of dying, because I truly trust my intuition, and wherever it's leading me, right, I could pick up stuff. I could pick up messages like a week or two in advance. If you go back to my February 3rd Moldavite update, it's literally a little over a week before the Texas storm hit. And the title of that video was like, important Moldavite message, right? In the video, I was like, I feel like there's something coming big, right? It may be catastrophic. And then when I tune in with my psychic friends, we were like, okay, maybe a natural disaster. Something's coming. Boom. A week later, it hits. The Texas storm hits, right? And it's interesting because my friend in Cali, who has also a grid open for me, she has a Shriyanta grid open. I left a handful of my crystals over there, and the Super 7 grid is over there. So I asked her to open up that grid, and she recently got a Herkimer diamond necklace with her Moldavite too. She has one of my Mount Shasta Moldavites. And in California, she went to a dollar store, and all of a sudden, all the lights went out. And then after that, the whole plaza area, all the powers went out. And so she messaged me, she's like, Tammy, what's going on? Why is all the powers going out in California? So this was a week after the Texas storm. And so we were just piecing together, like, what's all happening, right? So it's interesting. We're still putting the pieces together. So, little short update. I'm gonna go get the grid up ready for the ceremony tonight, the full moon ceremony. And again, if you guys are getting psychic attacks, Orgon energy, Orgon, shungite, put this on a grid or put it next to your bedside, because this blocks the EMF, right? The frequency in the air, so you won't hear these thoughts. I mean, you can say, oh, it's your own thoughts. I trust my own thoughts, and I know when it's my thoughts and not my thoughts. So see yourself. You can say it's your own thoughts trying to get cleared. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you a possibility that some of these thoughts aren't yours. Just saying. Okay. But since the Texas storm, when I put this on 1 or 2 days later, right, everything calmed down, all the noise silence. It really felt like Texas went through a vortex and then entered through the other side. I'm gonna show you a picture here. The first day when I went out on the Texas storm, I video record, and it was 8:01 in the morning. So weeks prior to the storm, I keep seeing 108, right? The number 108 is a completion number. So I knew I was coming up to completion. I just feeling myself around, and then the Texas storm hit right around the Chinese New Year, that opening portal. So yeah, I feel like a huge portal open. It's like all this chaos comes up, and then boom, once you enter through the other side. The first video I took was 8:01 in the morning. It's a complete mirror of 108, right? So I've been seeing a lot of mirror license plate lately. So I feel like energetically everything seems more balanced, everything's more calm ever since Texas came through that Texas storm. Another thing I want to point out, and I'm just going to post this video because if I don't post it, I'm not going to post it. I also have an inventory of saffronite or centimani. So this energy is completely, it's wow. I'm gonna make another video after I get these. It's also, if you put a light in it, it's like a Moldavite. It's also a tektite. You can see, it'll be see-through. I'll post it up when these are ready. I'm not clear yet if I offer this. I only have 26, right? So this is some people call it a tektite, some people call it really old obsidian. I feel like it's both. It has the energy of both. It's very grounding, and if you put a light through it, some of the colors are purple, right? So I feel like it's the crown chakra grounding us into the third dimension. So I only have 26 of these. Some of them, this is one of the big ones. A lot of them are smaller. And I remember centimani came into my my field right after I took plant medicine, ayahuasca in Puerto Rico. I mean, is it Puerto Rico? Yeah, Costa Rica. So after I came back, right, after you take this plant medicine, the vision light goddess came through, crystals came through, Moldavite came through. A few months later, me and a group of people who went to the retreat, this stone came through, right? So at that point, I wasn't ready for a centimani, but now randomly, one of my crystal persons had it inventory randomly. He says, okay, I need to get rid of this inventory. He needs to get rid of it fast. So I was like, okay, well, I don't need it, but if it's showing up my field, so why not? These arrived at February 22nd, 2021. So in the American calendar, it's February 22nd, so 222. In the lunar calendar, it's the 11th day of the Lunar New Year. So in Asia, in Vietnam, it's considered 1/11, January 11th. So already that day is a huge portal. This one, I'm not gonna keep this video long. I'm gonna make a different video on the centimani after I do the full moon ceremony. On the day I got this, on the 22nd, I was guided by my guides to bury it for 3 days. So, kind of think about it. I got this right after Texas storm. I feel like this stone came into my field right after the vortex, right? The split between realms. And I'll talk more about it in another video. But this is the centimani saffronite. Super powerful energy. when you're ready, if it's showing up in your field, then there's a possibility it's calling for you. Okay, what else? I'm not gonna make this post too heavy because that energy just feels completely different since the storm, right? Ever since I put this on the grid, and it just felt like we blasted over into the other side of the vortex. So I'll just leave you that with that for now. So much has been downloading this whole week is Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year. Portals are open, energy's coming in, integrating. So make sure those who has Moldavite, this week there's a lot of upgrades coming through. But yeah, so Chinese New Year is still coming. Tonight is one of the largest ceremonies because it's the first full moon. So I'm gonna get ready for that celebration. I'll probably post it in tomorrow's video or whenever I have the time to do videos again. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. It seems like energetically, I feel like my divine feminine and my divine masculine merged into one. Right around this, it felt like an ego death in a way. Right, I really had physical death. I felt like on February 6th, and it was the closing of it was right before the Lunar New Year. So now we're heading over to the Lunar New Year. That was a closing of a chapter, an ego death, completing the solar plexus, my 3rd year with Moldavite, and now I'm entering my 4th year with the heart chakra. So this is where love comes in. So I hope you guys are following the journey. Take notes, because if you are connected to my grid, chances of you experiencing what I'm experiencing is a high possibility. So we're all connected. We're all connected on this grid. You have part of my energy. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys are enjoying the journey. Enjoy this full moon. Put some crystals out there and let it charge with the full moon. Today is the full moon in Asia, right? So my body rhythm, because since I was born in Vietnam, we're going to celebrate tonight. So in Asia, it's typically 10 to 11, 12 hours ahead. So the full moon in the US will be celebrated tomorrow. But tonight, since I was born in Vietnam, that's where I was rooted, we're going to celebrate tonight. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the journey. I have no idea what's going to unfold the next few days. So I have 26 saprophytes. Oh my gosh, I really have to share with you guys about the energy and what I'm tuning into these stones. It's so interesting. I had one where I was just tuning in, typically when you're in surrender and you just allow the thoughts come through. There's one that says scientist and Nobel Peace Prize, or whatever, one of those awards, right? It's like, that is so random. So I'm wondering if that stone is going to call for that. It's a scientist, and it's for a Nobel Peace Prize. So whatever project they're working on, it was this one. I feel like this stone is going to lead that person there. So it's going to call for that person. This is the one that is a Nobel Peace Prize winner. And it's going to be a scientist. So who knows? Who freaking knows? I just dug these up yesterday after 3 days. So put them out on the moonlight tonight, and then tomorrow I'm going to start meditating for the rest and see what kind of information comes through and when these stones are going to be released. So stay tuned. Let me know how you guys are feeling, tuning in, if you felt a shift energetically, or if it's just like if you're still going through that chaos. Okay, but that is all. Please welcome Lady Fortuna. We are going to honor her tonight and have some offerings and some orchids. And I will see everybody soon. Tammy Doe and Lady Fortuna signing off.